My impression, my goal, I should say, in this video, and it would be a first for this week. This is the last video I'm recording today. Shout out to my wife. Not for this being the last video that I'm making today, but... And also, wait, it's problematic. My wife isn't a housewife. She works. But I like her. I'm not afraid to admit it. What was I going to say? Oh, I don't want to have to... Sure. Pause this video and then come back and play 1 to 6 minutes. Because it's not like it's uncomfortable. It's just like, it's not elegant. So I want to make sure that I'm playing fast enough early that I'm playing well, ideally, but also finish the video within the next 22 minutes or so. Seems reasonable to me. What do I know? This is an interesting opportunity. Because I've previously said I don't really think that ants are worth pilling. And if they're not, it's tough. Because if you might say, well, this is great, you have like a self-creating pill. But I don't see it that way, because I've been thinking about it a little bit more closely. I'm going to have to kill the ant and then run 4 squatted, which is far from ideal. So I think, if anything, we would be better off... I mean, I don't think it's bad to build the leech, especially if you end up going Triceratops, which is pretty reasonable. It's one of the victory conditions this week. But I guess we'll just keep shoveling, like, new ants into the mill. Tomo, what's up, buddy? And then we'll shuffle the worst ant on top of the better ants, and then, yeah, this sort of makes it. We're not getting the kill trigger, but ants, in case you didn't know, you may not, ants recently got, like, debuffed. So a 1/1 buff for the cost of the ant originally, but then also a pill later, is pretty bad. It's like a random apple. As they level up, maybe gets a little better. Now, I do like the idea of an Egyptian vulture popping off this week. What if we ran Egyptian vulture with meat, so it's very likely to get a kill, and then it could at least get 1 extra ant trigger? That could make a difference. And then you should probably just eat the marmoset for now, because I was going to say it's not that relevant. That's still probably true, but you might feast on it a little bit until level up. And then on level up, you could turn into a Triceratops, and then this runs off to the races. He's a genius. He's actually not very smart at all. That's his secret. I don't know, that might have given us a draw instead of a loss. So next round's really important. That's why we buy free Shavakadu here, and we'll just, we'll cookie it up just kind of in a holding pattern here. So, next turn, you level up, you're praying for a Triceratops. If you get a Triceratops, we're not saying it's guaranteed, but we're certainly feeling pretty good. That's the ideal distribution of buffs, I think. So far, so good. Level me. This is also really good. It's hard to argue with this. I think in this situation, you have to go dog. I think anything is pretty good, but I think dog is probably the best. Now, you should take some garlic. Another bird would really hit the spot. That's fine. I would go garlic again. And I think we could just garlic the ant just for... Just because it's going to stick around long enough for the 3 gold to be worth it. It's not that we're going to keep him around forever. Oh my god, why are we garlicking our units? We just bought a husky. What's wrong with me, brother? What have I done? If we were going to buy garlic, it could be the right move, but if you're buying garlic, you got to run monkey instead. Okay, so we got to knock it off, basically. I would say buy you. I know that we're investing in a unit that may not stick around. We don't buy you till the next round. I know it seems a little crazy. Cookie me. We're going to have you level next time. You're going to spit out a tier 6, and then we're going to pivot the whole squad. Which means for now, honestly, why don't you just take this? You don't buff yourself anyway, so you might as well get a little stronger. every turn from now until the end of the game. So what's happening? If we get a Triceratops very quickly in our next shop, we may just run that with the leech. Otherwise, I think we're unwinding essentially the entire squad. Holy cow. What a dub, man. We needed to not lose at the very least. And we won a lot early, so the squad, the overall results are looking pretty good. Okay. We have to rethink the whole squad. You need to level quick as well. So I think Leech didn't do what it needed to do. This is a big pivot, honestly. You could level. We're going to want a snake just because it's a great unit. I was just going to say we might get a level here, so let's not panic. And then there's a lot of good stuff going on. Tier 5 and higher friends. You're a tier 5, you're a tier 5. Nobody else is a tier 5, but that's okay. I think we sell. Dragon's also good. It costs more money to keep the dragon going. I think that the T-Rex is the play. But I don't think it's like... Usually by this point, I'm like locked into something that I feel like gives me a good shot at 10. On this weekly. On other weeklies, it's a complete crapshoot. It doesn't always work out that way. On this weekly, yes, I feel like we've been in a real good spot so far. This looks like a draw to me. And I'm okay with that. But I think that there is potential here for a 10, but we would need great shop luck. That's probably a good start. And then we probably ditch the ant for whatever this spits out. The Stegosaurus, just, it goes crazy enough, man. And then... I think we want to fish for, like, the luckiest buff we can get. The T-Rex getting buffed by the monkey and the Stegosaurus so the snake can pop would be the luckiest get. And then we're looking into our Marmoset purchases here just to see if there's anything of value. We don't see it. That could dictate who gets the level first. It's not going to be the monkey. It's going to be... I mean, T-Rex is like more... It goes to everybody on the squad. Stegosaurus is like a higher yield. I really find it hard to say no to the Stego here. So if you're praying for anything, pray for the Stegosaurus buff on the T-Rex. It got it, but I think we... Well, I was going to say I think we lose. We may... Yeah, we do. That's just a really nice spit out there, honestly. It didn't matter because their Doberman clears us. Fair enough. Can't be mad at that. Take this. Take this. And we can't do anything with this gold anyway. Yes, I know I'm one away from being on lethal. We go again. On lethal, we make different financial decisions. Before lethal, we make different financial decisions. If you're not hungry, I'm not spending my last dollar at the grocery store. Well, I don't know. I might be hungry later. Maybe that's a bad example. Oh, they're going for a super chicken, bro. And they got the draw, which means that, I mean, they're going to scale pretty quickly here. Very interesting indeed. Very interesting indeed. That's very important. This is very important. This is very important. That's still real nice at the very least. I could even just sell you and run a Stegosaurus out there. And then the Stegosauruses could buff each other. I don't know if you want this many moving parts at turn 12 or whatever we're on, but this is where we're at. We didn't get the buff on the unit we needed the buff on? With 2 Stegosauruses, you would screw me like this? Hang on, please look me in my heart of hearts and tell me it's not drawable. It's not drawable. Okay, so we're on lethal. 5 wins. We basically need the 5-0 because draws are not going to be too common out here. Call me crazy on this one. It just makes our snake better. Come on, brother. No chocolate, no matches. No Bob Hope, no Steve Jobs, no Johnny Cash. No Hope, no Jobs, no cash. What happened? You know what it is. I'll say it. You don't have to say it. I'll say it. They're haters. Huge, but also plays in their favor. No. It plays in my favor. Yes, it does. I think there's some complicated math to be done here, but I think that the gist of the result is that the right thing for us to do positionally is place the monkey right here, because it has a chance to receive 2 buffs from Stegosauruses, and that would warrant being in a better position. You can only receive 1, you can only receive 1, you can also receive 2, and you're already in the optimum position. That's huge. This is like the antithesis of our previous shop. It almost couldn't go better than this. Now, next turn, and it's a heavy cost because these 2 Stegosauruses are giving us plus 28 per Stegosaurus. We could merge them. It's a tough decision, but we could merge our Stegosauruses. Huge. And then make 1 level 3, and then take the coconut armor from the mongoose. The problem that I have with that is that the coconut armor would go insane, but we run the risk of wasting the buffs. Plus 28 and plus 28 gives us a very good chance to hit 2 different units, and as a result of that, make maximum use of the yield, whereas a plus 45 automatically wastes some stats, and unfortunately could waste a lot. Just take this for now. I mean, we don't really even need levels. If anything, we kind of just need good opponent luck. Which is not what you want to hear, but it's where we're at. 2 turntables and a microphone. Still great. That's very nice. I mean, you could just, at this stage of the game, you look at a squad, you know whether or not you got it. And we got it for now. Levels are possible, but not even necessarily that relevant. Anybody need a lollipop? Maybe you, but I don't really see it as being that important, but... Turtles are one of the units that when I see them right now, it scares me. But a 1-up is a decent counter. You spit out a unit that was annoying. Oh, I had a 50-50 back there. I'm not going to cry. That takes us to 9, and we made it to super lethal. I would say use your money effectively, and don't be too concerned about optimization here. It would be nice if our snake... Well, I don't know, just give it to you instead. I was going to say it'd be nice if our snake got the buff, but now that I think about it, I don't think it matters that much if our snake gets the buff. And I'm happy with the order of things. The T-Rex has to be first to take advantage of the 1-up so we get 2 level 2 snake triggers. I see what you're doing here. I see what you're doing here. That's a heck of a sniping team, brother. Holy cow. But look at this. I got my own effects. I think we win this. I think we get to 10. And even though the squad looks fairly similar to squads I've run in the past, I think you got to give me at least a little bit of credit for choosing a strategy, pivoting to it hard, and then riding it till we got to the 10-piece. That feels pretty good. Give me 2 of these. It's not my ideal starting squad, especially with a 3-2. I'd rather have 3-2-3s, but that's okay. How about Evil Eyes? They're watching you. They see your every... They see it. A lot of people got annoyed with me, by the way. Not unusual. They thought I was putting on airs. I guess that's what bothers me. Because I made a tweet that said, I don't know which one's Hall and which one's Oats. I've been listening to them for like 20 years. I know they've been around for 40, but I haven't been. I said, I don't know which one's Hall, which one's Oats. Please don't tell me. Then I made a follow-up tweet, and I said... If the guy with the mustache isn't Hall, definitely don't tell me. People thought I was just trying to be humorous. I'm always trying to be humorous. Like, that's something that I gotta bring up with my therapist next time I see them. But I wasn't being humorous. I really don't know which one's Hall and which one's Oats. All I would say is that when the Hall and Oats album art comes on, one of them... in my head is Hall and one of them is Oats. Even though in real life, one of them is Hall and one of them is Oats, and it might be different. In my head, and I hesitate to even tell you this because I don't want you to tell me whether I'm right or wrong. But in my head, Hall has a dark mullet and a mustache. And Oates has a blonde mullet and no mustache. And if you're going to tell me that the guy with the mustache is not the singer, I'm going to lose my mind. It might ruin the whole band for me. Okay, so hang on. We got out of the part of the game where our level ups don't matter. Now they matter a great deal. Shall me? Purchase me. It sounds crazy because we could easily... You know what? We lost more HP than I would like to have lost right now, so buy meat. And I know we've only lost one, but this is a very draw-heavy weekly early. So like, I think that, to me, is an indication we need to stabilize the team a little bit more. I'll take it. I think it's still huge. Look at this. Anyway, what was I talking about? We are going... what we really want to see, and this was what I was evaluating our chances against. I mean, we could lollipop, but it's clever, but is it actually good? I don't know. What I was going to say is we're really kind of rolling for more elephants, because a level 2 elephant would go crazy if we could get a Triceratops. You hit me, I hit you, and then you hit me, and then you hit me twice, but then I hit them, and then they die, but they hit you, they certainly hit you, and then you've killed me, so I hit you. No, this is falling apart. Okay, you got a squad that counters me quite nicely there. See, this is a big unit for us. We got a lot of avocados, we got them for a reason. That's a Triceratops. The next most important thing, level up your elephant. I mean, this is pretty minor, but it's a new animal for me this week at least. Level up your elephant and give that son of a gun a donut. And then we got something, man. Then we got something we could talk about. We're still not quite there. By the way, I haven't even been paying attention to the concept of leeches here. So I couldn't tell you whether we've passed one accidentally or not. What I'll tell you right now is everything's looking pretty solid here. That's a good round. I also have 6 minutes to resolve this game before I have to pause. You know what that means? It's likely we will have to pause. Leech me! I'm selling, and I'm selling. And even though the order looks goofy, and we're only 4 squatted, it's the right play, man. The blowfish doesn't need the elephant to pop. It helps, but the blowfish just needs to just be yourself, brother. Now they got their own huge leech there. I'm sure you've noticed. I don't think we can clear this squad. Well, we can draw it. Dude, I can absolutely live with that. Like, I think we got a little lucky in the process. Hang on, I gotta check this. Oh, I'm chilling. I'm chilling. Very important. Buy another avocado. That's called pay it forward. In this house, we pay it forward. We need you. That's a good buy sell to keep us in the mix here. Monkey helps. We don't... I know that this is like, why am I just buying avocados over and over? We don't really need a leech to level up. It wouldn't be the end of the world. But more than anything, now that the Triceratops has leveled up, we need a donut on the elephant, and we need the elephant to level up. Hang on. I was going to say this is good for my Triceratops, but it's really not. But I think we still get it. Hang on, is there an alarm? I think I'm hearing someone else's fire alarm. If you're hearing that, you're not having a stroke. Or we're both having a stroke. But sorry, Blowfish. Just to be honest, if we're both having a stroke at the same time with the same hallucination, listen, I'm not saying we deserve to die. That's obviously ridiculous. What I would say is that's such an unbelievably unlikely event that I think when we meet each other at heaven, even if the wound is fresh in our minds, we'll be able to laugh about it A little bit. We'll be able to have a mild sense of humor. We'll be like, listen, I really didn't see that coming. What are the odds? What I'm saying is I'm going to ignore all these troubling symptoms. Now, you still need this. You could take a steak, quite frankly. I don't see... I mean, you're basically just existing to have your blood sucked anyway. You could take garlic for now, even though you're not really benefiting from the garlic, because you're only gaining 1 HP per turn. But the whole thing is to try to create an infinite elephant. That's why even when as the elephant hits like 50-50, you want the donut on the elephant. So that it gets all of... Like, it loses... It's going to overmax on its HP. Or, sorry, on its attack, but it's going to keep its HP... refilling, which is important if you can get 10 wins before you go up against either Death Touch or 50-50s. So, did you catch all that? I didn't explain it very well. If anything, I actually think we could sell our monkeys. Or, you know what, you don't have to. You can just move a monkey to position 1. You could, but you don't have to. And we could definitely run this. I mean, it makes more sense to have the elephant in position 1, but every squad, for the most part at least, almost every squad is at least a little different. That's what makes this game so interesting, right? It requires slightly, maybe not largely, but slightly different strategy. Some weeks there's like a boilerplate, every squad looks exactly like this. Some weeks, you know, there's a little bit more diversity. And this week I say there's a little bit more diversity. Maybe not a ton, but a little bit. So around 6... this looks really good to me. 6 wins on round 13 with 3 life remaining. Basically like a 50-34 monkey at the front. And then a hopefully infinite elephant behind that. But nothing's set in stone yet, brother. You pretty much got a free solo the rest of the team here. With sickness, that's not easy, but it's gonna happen. I have like 4 minutes, I would say, until I have to leave for daycare. This is basically saved money, re-roll. You could level and it would help, but a Triceratops... No, the Triceratops is kind of already there. But the Triceratops needs the HP more than anything else, now that I look at it. If anything, like a lollipop next round could do something. By the way, you might ask, have I been late to daycare this week? Not at all. I'm not a late person. When you see me freaking out about possibly being late, that is what an early person does to make sure that they remain early. I know you're like, you talked about this before. I know, but for some people, they don't pick it up as quick as other people, okay? I'm worried my elephant's gonna kill my whole squad. Dear Abby. No, we're gonna make it through this one. When you see me freaking out about being late, hi Tomo, that is a sign that I'm not going to be late. Hang on, where am I going with this? It's a sign. You don't have to be on the squad anymore. It's a sign. I don't know what I'm saying. That whatever, it doesn't matter. We'll lead as 2 kings. Send me. What are we on? 8 wins, round 15. The thing is, the leech is no longer providing us with a benefit, and a 919 is not that impressive. So we probably should have sold it for a meerkat and then given them the... Hang on, this is very scary. Given the... No, I knew it! Given the meerkat's effect to someone, to another unit. That's a very strong looking team there. I give you credit for that. Hi, Tomo. Hi, buddy. Go ahead. Maybe. Head empty. A little head empty. You know what? That's what we're running now. The Triceratops shouldn't need much more than 9 HP to get the squad to win. They probably will die as a result, but I don't think they need much more than 9 HP to do their part to get the squad where it needs to go. We're gonna have to pause. No, we're not. No, we're not. It's on... We got 2 life and 2 wins in the hopper. That's it. Maybe if I could stop going up against people running level 2 flies with 1-ups attached to them. Okay, that was an easy one. You need this. You can take this. Could be important. Can't put a stake on you. Don't forget about that. Could be important. You're really hoping to get the Stegosaurus, but whatever. We're pushing for lethal, so we're buying immediate buffs. We're not thinking about the long term. Now I'm realizing we have a Stegosaurus that is giving like a max unit way more stats than it actually needs, but I think we just got there. Okay, so yeah, we did the same thing every time, and it worked. What's your point? Thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, click the like button. That was a great deal. Subscribe if you want to see more in the future, and I'll see you next time. See ya!